This is actually funny because my grandma, weirdly enough, is really into the Giants, like hardcore, like as much as my dad is. Like it's like a weird connection they have. But like my grandfather is really just like ignorance is bliss in a good way. He's just like an old guy, doesn't really care. But like he comes in one time on my grandma watching the Giants game, and it's like some big thing, Giants and Eagles or Giants and Cowboys or whatever, and like the one of them they score, and it's like a really nice play. And my grandfather's like just caring enough about my grandmother to be like, in his brain he goes, oh, that was a really good point. I know I don't like the sport, but I know from watching her at least, I know that was a good point. And so he walks in, he goes, that was a really good point. But it was the other team winning, so my grandmother just goes, get the fuck out. It's like a sad, like, lonely, like, husband, sad walk away, like, I was trying. I don't know what happened.
Must have felt understood a lot of women's plight in that moment.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Fucking beta Gramps, dude.
Yeah.
Beta Gramps.
Feminist Gramps.
Beta Gramps.
Yeah.
What are the other things that beta grandfathers do?
Beta grandfathers love a nice mask. For sure.
They get up early they go on early bike rides and finish at the breakfast spot for their 7 a.m. breakfast with a bunch of other dudes whose wives are not up yet.
Yeah. I think all grandpas just do that. I think there's a lot of grandpas that bike.
Yeah, but it's kind of I think it's because like you only get to like 80 if you are somewhat of a beta grandpa. Like
yeah, I guess that's true. The other guys just aren't around.
Yeah. You don't reach 80 with low enough blood pressure that you can still get on a bike if you're like a Republican like Fox News dad.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, those are the grandpas when you're like talking to your friend. He's like, "Yeah, I never met him, but supposedly he was a legend."
Yeah, exactly.
That's that grandpa.
My grandfather is on the bike every morning. He's going. He's 92. He's fucking still going on 20-mile bike rides. He's a fucking legend, dude.
20-mile bike rides?
Yeah, he goes like to sit down goes to like Sandy Hook and up and back and around and all these shit things.
He'll hit you with a nice, yeah, it's the windshield that would get you. You know, one of those, and you'd be like, yep. Mm-hmm.
I think I went with him on one ride as like on like a cruiser bike, on like my sister's cruiser, because my dad, it was like when I was in like middle school or high school, my dad was like, enough of the video games. You're going with Pop. You're going on the bike ride.
Did you wear the "I paused my game for this" t-shirt?
Yeah, I shaved my balls for this. No, yeah, but it was fucking hard to keep up with him. I mean, it was a cruiser, so I don't know, but
yeah, I went on a long bike ride with my grandpa one time. Same situation. I fucking hate biking though. I hate biking a lot.
Yeah, I mean, biking down the shore is also terrible. You just go one direction for the whole time.
No, dude, I was biking in Vancouver. We were like going up like mountains, and he's like really into it. He biked the entire state of New Jersey or something crazy. Actually, no, he biked from Tewksbury down to the shore. That's what he did.
Damn, dude, now that you just got me thinking with the invention of electric bikes now, there's like definitely at some diner at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, there's going to be two slightly beta grandpas having an argument about one guy going, yeah, I did the 50 miler and, you know, it was hard, but I pushed through and, you know, Ted couldn't do a 50 miler. And then he's going, well, because I do it on my actual bike. I use my own fucking legs. Yeah. I mean, it's a hybrid. I still push.
Yeah.
It's just for hills. I only use it for hills.
It's just an
Sorry,
extra
you
boost.
do. Yeah.
I invested earlier than you did. Sorry, I was better with my money. I invested in Ovaltine back in 1954. Gramps.
Yeah,
Maybe you should have taken that polio vaccine. Maybe you could kill a regular bike.
It is so sick to think that some people's like some 80-year-old, 5-year-old's like whole fortune was decided by like somebody doing like insider trading and being like, yeah, you should buy Kellogg's. They're going through a big thing right now.
Yeah, you know Tom from church? He's got this new cereal company.
Yeah.
They're put sugar on the cereal.
What?
They put sugar on the cardboard flakes. The stuff that you put in the coffee, they're putting that on the cardboard now.
They just go, sugar on the cereal. What are we, blacks? No.
Dude, I mean, this is, yeah. Cereal is like a marketing like phenomenon, like one of the key things of like one of the key accomplishments of marketing, because before cereal, like cereal's a fairly recent invention. It was like no one ate that shit, and it was like those grains and oats and shit and like corn like that was like fucking cattle feed. Like the people were like, what? That's what I feed my cows. And they were like, oh, it's a great way to start the day. And so that was like a big accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone a little bit too far. Like, I think the peak of cereal marketing must have been when we were like kids, and they each had their little mascot, because those commercials ran nonstop. Tricks are for kids. Yeah. They're magically delicious. Like, you weren't getting hit with any of the Raisin Brand. Honey Nut Cheerios was like the wholesome one for ABC Family. And then they did like a biracial couple commercial. Do you guys remember that? That must have been like 2013. It was like groundbreaking. Yeah. But yeah, it definitely went too far. Because I remember being in ShopRite with my mom, like aisle 6, screaming for the Lucky Charms at like age 5 or something like that.
This was the biggest thing, because it was like an object. Like, it wasn't even like sustenance. It was like, look at that thing I want. Like, that commercial made those kids go from sad to happy. Well, and that's rabbit must really exist.
I was about to say that was the original Subway Surfers playing underneath a video on TikTok. Like, it was the first like overstimulation with like 1,000 bright colors and weird yappy voices that made kids go like, I want that hyperactivity right now. Yeah, maybe a toy.
Yeah, toy. I did that. I was obsessed with Thomas Trains, and if you got like enough cereal, I forget which one, you send in you guys ever do that? You mail in a certain amount of stamps or whatever, and then they send you the toy.
We had that for box tops.
Box tops. Dude, I was so jealous because I never went to American school. I was so jealous because I got all these box tops so I could never use them.
Dude, you should have given them to me. My mom was ruthless with the tops, dude. We got Pizza Party like every single semester.
That's sick.
Yeah. It did, because then I was the hero, because I would wait until the end for it to have like 2 days left, and they like would read it on the morning announcements who is in the lead. I'd come in with a big fucking plastic bag of box tops just so everyone would know that like thinly sliced pizza that they cut into like 16 for whatever reason, that's on me.
Fat Mark was just racing through those fucking Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, dude, all on him, bro. He almost lost the toe to get me wide.
just a box a day, dude. Crushing it.
He's crushing the top. Also, just spaghetti, like literally just spaghetti. My brother used to crush raw spaghetti.
That is sick, dude.
Butter, just butter. Like, just melt butter in a cup.
Oof.
Yeah. Melt good stuff.
I used to eat dog treats.
Are you just trying to, is that a dog whistle for me to say my brother also ate dog treats?
No, not everything's about you, Robert, all right? Some of us also were weird kids, okay? And would go into the garage with our tin trash can and open it up and bend over where your knees are, where only your torso's in the bottom and your legs are kicking out, trying to grab the last dog treat. And then your mom would yell at you. Okay, you're not the only one that did that.
I feel like you and my brother have had a conversation about eating dog treats, though.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Isn't that one of the episodes of Backdeck Radio? Is fat chicks and dog food?
Yeah, yeah,
Talked about your brother Mark eating dog food
yeah.
for some reason.
I feel like Mark's thought process is probably like, well, he gets called a good boy when he eats the dog treats. So
I think I think we made that exact joke. 'Cause-
Jesus, what was that? 3 years ago now? Literally 3 years. It's fucking February.
that happens. That happens when you're a vet on the mic, dude. You can't live our whole lives afraid of repeating stories.
Yeah, true.
Unless you want to, yeah.